30-second break.
So, what I'm saying is that you could
30-second break. I didn't say 3-second break. I said take a 30-second break. Because I'd like to say something.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
I said take a 30-second break. You did it in 3 seconds.
Well, I didn't know why you wanted me to. Speak up.
I'm done now.
You're done? Well, just imagine if you were gay sitting here. You and I would probably be at each other's throats. I mean, we would be like lions and tigers. We'd be serious fighting.
Do you want me to go into my gay mode here? I might just have to slap you silly, you know, that I'm just piss on you.
Oh,
Don't start me with that stuff, you know. I've got a speech impediment, for God's sake, because it's the...
Well, now, some gays would take great offense to that little portrait. You know, all of the ways that people make fun, say this, say that. There's just so many ways that you can be offensive.
I don't have any underwear on.
This. Oh, yeah, well, is that gay or is that hetero?
I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, you see, this is what I think has caused the fact that either there's so many people that can't talk to each other. I can't even imagine this talk show host and a gay guy sitting opposite one another and talking, because this guy has been so insulting, sneering, carrying on that the other.
Wait a minute.
It just
Is this a radio show?
Yes.
Then how do you know he was sneering? This is a facial feature.
Your voice can be very sneery, insulting.
Oh, I can be
ranting,
sarcastic.
Angry, nasty, you know, all kinds of things. How can anybody talk
to that physically
person?
sarcastic.
I felt defensive. I thought about my father, and you know, I always felt defensive about people getting too nasty about the gay thing, because I felt that if you have these feelings, you've gotten them a long time ago. And it's just like saying, so what if it comes from molesting?
You keep hitting me all the time.
Sorry. What if it comes from molesting? Can this young person, could I have helped? And can this young person help what's happened to him, that he got molested? You know, there's so much molestation goes on in this country. Well, what if this caused it?
Well,
and then we're going around beating the victim over the head. We don't even let, you know, no gay person wants to think that the reason why they're gay is because someone molested them a considerable time when they were younger. I think that is thought of as kind of demeaning, that they could, you know, that people would be sneering at this. Oh, you fell into that. Oh, that guy got you going. Oh, and you know, take this guy that abducted this kid, 12, 13 years old. Oh, well, he abducted him when he was 9, kept him for 2 years, had sex with him every day. First he kept him chained. Well, and then we would judge.
You have a problem with
that,
you
silly boy.
You have a problem with that, don't you?
I can just see this talk show host talking like I wouldn't be gay if I'd been in that circumstance. The guy took him out in the woods once and said, well, he was going to kill him. And he begged for his life. He said he wouldn't cause any more problems. He wouldn't try to run away. He wouldn't do anything. And so the guy brought him back. Well, this is an extreme case of molestation. So what? Are we going to judge what this kid went through and was forced to do? And then what kind of person he is afterwards? We're going to judge? And so many times I don't even think that we encourage.
You're not putting me in this we category, are you?
No. I'm not putting you in any seat. I'm going where
I'm uncategorized. Let's face it, I am my own category.
Look at this, like my dad. I feel like my dad can
Listen, I've never met your
whole
father,
story about when he started getting molested, when he started doing sexual stuff. Just like this cowboy that was after me. He went after me at 10 years old. He was an adult. And what if my dad had, was drawn into these kind of activities deeper and deeper, a lot deeper than me, because they'd have a lot more access to him because he'd be sent along to help. The boys had to go along and help. And if this guy that they were helping was a predator, a cowboy who would, well, I think my dad could really raise the hair, right? Boy, I think that he could shock me silly with all the stuff that happened to him. But he did not feel, I don't think he felt safe about
the cover
talking about
pictures
it.
that you showed me, your father, this guy was no Cary Grant type, believe me.
What he was?
They had a beak and a half on him. This guy looked more
He had a long
parrot.
nose, yes. He had a long nose. Oh no, my dad was he was a super athlete, and he was funny.
See, anytime you try to insult somebody's family bloodline.
Yeah, well, look at me.
Well,
look
I
at
don't
my
care.
nose.
He must have been the world's worst bastard, but it's my daddy.
No, my dad
daddy.
didn't have any worse nose than I do. His nose was actually, it was just long, and
Well,
it was
he had
beakish.
He had half the. He took half your nose and put it on his face.
Yeah.
You got
But
the
it was
short
very
end.
thin.
You got
It
the
wasn't,
short end of
it
the
wasn't,
nose.
I got a fat nose, you know. But hell, they didn't, this molester, he didn't notice whether my nose was fat or not. Neither did with my dad. My dad was very smart, and he was very funny. So I think he would have attracted a lot of guys. They said.
See, this is what I got to put up with.
Well, think about it.
Waffling back.
You don't know him. You didn't know him when he was young. You didn't know what he was like. And I think that there was been other pretty boy types that would, oh my goodness, they would have been chased like, that one.
I still got some real serious doubts about Robert Redford and Paul Newman. I mean, let's face it.
But the thing
You've
is,
seen the real pictures of those guys. Those guys were not beauties. I'm talking
what do you
about-
call beautiful? Oh, Butch and Sundance?
Right. You're part of the country. You're part of the country, honey.
Yeah, right. Okay. I just think that if we insult, if we put people on the defensive, if we throw the Bible at them, beat them over the head, we don't ever get out from them. What happened when they were back? When did they start feeling these feelings? I do think that the gay gene theory has kind of slowed that all up. I mean, that we haven't really studied this.
No, wait a minute.
And we just assume that everybody's got a gay gene. Well, gee, from where I grew up, I do not think that everybody had a gay gene. I think it was the culture,
Well, see, here's one of the problems.
Camping out.
I don't understand.
The camping out
I don't
with kids.
understand this thing, all right?
What?
I thought this was part of the pedophile series.
No.
Are we
This
past
is-
that
this is
now?
the gay gene.
Now we're in the gay bashing or
This
what?
is the gay gene one. Because I started thinking about this gay gene just as soon as I heard about it.
Let's face it,
I thought, I wonder if I have the gay
two
gene.
guys that molested you when you were young, wouldn't they be, if they were gay, wouldn't they be molesting boys?
Well, it was opportunist. Like I said, if I was out punching cows, which very few girls did, I think I was molested. Just if I'd have been a boy, he'd have molested me.
Just the thought of
This
my
guy,
mind
as
walking
it
up
turned
and punching
out,
a cow just does not appeal to me.
He introduced sexual games with a boy that was living on that ranch at the time, an orphan.
Now I saw Blazing
Well,
Saddles.
half orphan.
Who cold cocked that horse. Now that's punching a horse. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Decked a horse.
I remember it. Well, I just think that both of the ones that molested me, if I'd been a little boy, they would have molested me, and they'd have had more opportunity, and they knew it, because the boy was exposed to them a lot more.
Yeah, well, I think
The hired man.
one of the problems is that your name kind of threw him off. Boy's name.
Yes. Well,
Now next time
they knew very well that my dad didn't have any boys.
I'm going to get a 30 seconds.
So he was making his girls into as boys as much as he could, and that gave them the opportunity.
Tilt.